back on trail. I'm back at the Bandelier National Monument. Just had a quick bowl of fruit in there, nice and cool. Just having a quick cold drink. And then I'm going to start my trail. It's about 12 o'clock. This is my view look. Very nice. Right, I'll get moving in a minute and I'll bring you up to date. That's the actual visitor centre itself. That's where the rangers helped me out. And I want to show you this. This is where this is the toilets. And that corner is where I slept for 2 hours a couple of days ago. Literally, that's where I slept, in that shade. That's how done I was. That water is going to keep me going. Okay, officially back on trail. I've just left the visitor centre, it's just back there. Now the two ways I could have done this, if you just have a quick look at this screenshot, the blue route is the route that I was going to do it on officially, or originally should I say. It's a good steep climb out, that's the route that I came in on, that big steep climb. And then it's a big sort of circular loop. If you can see that's the blue line, you see the orange line, that follows this canyon that I'm in now, Frijoles Canyon. That's the route that I'm going to be taking. And the reason is, I do like going down canyons, I do like them. But I'm following a creek, and I know there's water in this creek because I've just passed the office, the information centre. So I follow this canyon for 6 miles. So the further along the creek I go, there should be more water. If it's trickling here, there should be a bit more further up. So I know I've got water. And then when I get to the end of here, 6 mile, I've got a real steep climb out. And the reason I've not got here any earlier is because I wanted to climb out later on in the day when the sun is on the other side. So I'll be climbing up the western side of the canyon. With a bit of luck, the sun should be towards the west. And it won't be on me like it was when I climbed up the canyon the other day. So that's my plan. So I'm not looking at getting a great deal of distance tonight. I'm not that bothered. I need to work around this heat and not mileage. So I'll show you some of the canyon because it is beautiful, by the way, but here we go. Keep trickling water, keep going. Well, that's different. Okay, there's some bad news. The trail disappeared a bit back there, so I've been pushing through some undergrowth. And I weren't really watching what I was doing, so I've come out and I've picked another bit of a trail up and I'm coming by. And I walked round this corner, I just happened to glance down at this. Leaves of 3, leave well be. That is poison freaking ivy. And my legs are stinging and so is my left hand. So I think I've gone through some poison ivy back there and not noticed. Damn, that's not good. I've never come across poison ivy before. And I think the first time it does sting you, you need treatment. But I'm hoping that maybe that, you see whatever this is, I'm hoping that's a nettle and that's what stung me, not the bloody ivy. Man, I need to be careful now. If that's poison ivy and it stung me, I'm probably going to have to get off trail because I've seen videos of people, it looks like you've been burnt by acid. It's that bad. Oh, freaking hell. Damn. Well, that's my last water stop in this canyon. I've just literally just sat and drank 700 mils, my bottle full. I've not bothered filtering it, it's flowing really nice and there's no sign of any cows down here, so. But I'm going to hit some rain, look. See them clouds up there. So leaving it late to avoid the sun has done me a favour because the sun's behind the clouds, but I would have been in the shade anyway. But now I'm going to have to deal with them. And that's coming in, so I'm going to get wet, but like I said, I'd rather have that than get burnt to bloody death. Right, I've just popped off trail a little bit just to get this water. I'll show you where I'm going from here. Okay, this is where the trail splits. Excuse me. That's where I've come from, down there. It's the visitor centre, 6.1 mile. That trail there to the right goes up, right up onto the top. And that just keeps going. And this is the trail I'm taking. And I've now got a 1,700 foot climb in front of me. The next water source is around 7 miles, so I've got nearly 4 litres. That should be more than enough, especially in this temperature. And like I say, that wind seems to be picking up and that weather's coming in, so I might even have a thunderstorm to deal with later. We shall see. Well, that's where I've come from, right down there. About 6 miles, well, 5.5 miles from here, I guess. And if you can make out those mountains right in the distance, I'm fairly sure that's the Wheeler Peak Wilderness. I'll be crossing them on my way back south. Hopefully. You probably can't pick this up, but there looks to be snow on them right at the back. Could be Wheeler Peak itself, I guess. But I've got 3 weeks for that to go. Oh, maybe get worse. There's 3 black, I think the black hawks flying around, but I've no idea whether I've got them in my camera. Look, he's close. You see that one? Great views though. I'm still climbing. Okay, this is the water I've been aiming to get to. This is Alamo Spring, I think it's called. I mean, there is water, but it's not good. This was my worry. There was decent water here a while back. I read the water report, I forget what it was, I think it was the beginning of May. I'm not sure. But as I mentioned earlier, I'm 4 weeks behind pretty much everybody else that's going to do this. And my worry was always going to be water, will it be dried up? And that has. I mean, I can still collect water if I really need to, but there's a bit of a pond in a mile or two. But apparently that's just a mud bowl. And then I think further on, I think it's the East Fork of the Hemes River, I think it's called. I'm just gonna have a look now. I don't think I'll make it tonight to the creek, the East Fork of the Hemes River, I think. I'm not sure what they call it. But I've got enough. I've got over 2 litres. So I'm good to, in fact there's a trailer over there, look, with some people around it. That looks interesting. He has really long hair with a ponytail. He looks like a hippie. He might have some water. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, I'm going to go ask him. I'm not shy. I'm going to put my camera away though, that would be cheeky. Well, that went well. I got offered a beef burger as well. Yeah, I got 2 bottles of water from them lovely people. One of them was a Dutch lad from Utrecht. So we got chatting for 5 minutes, because I've worked in Holland a couple of times. And his wife says to, oh, if it's wife or his girlfriend, whatever. She says, where are you from? England, Scotland? I went, oh my God. I said, that rarely happens. She looked at me a bit. I said, usually people think I'm from Australia. I said, this is my 5th time in America. And usually people think, I've told it to her before. Everybody I meet like, oh man, I love the accent, where are you from? Australia? No. She says, well, I used to live in England. I was in the Air Force, American Air Force, so I was stationed just outside of Ipswich, so I was there years. I had a house there and everything, so we had another chat. Yeah, I got offered a beef burger, like I say, and I'm sorry I'm looking around. There's big trailers everywhere parked up, so it must be a popular spot. And it's Friday night, like I say. Oh, an ATV's just gone past me with 3 kids on it. Eldest one was maybe 8. They had helmets on, maybe 8, maybe 9 at the most, and they all big smile and a wave. I thought, good for you. That's what you want to be doing at 8, not stuck in front of a telly. Yeah, they were absolutely beaming with happiness, scooting down this dirt track on an ATV, bless them. Brilliant. Well, I was going to push on. In fact, I don't know what to do now. You see, there's all these big flat areas here I could camp, and if I push on, as you look down there, look, it starts to drop down. I'll see if there's something down here, because like I say, I don't need to be pushing on now, because that East Fork, the Hemes River, it's only about 6 miles away, but I've got enough water to... The reason I was going to push on tonight was I didn't want to skimp out on my dinner. I need water, because I'm cold soaking. I need water to feed myself tonight. Now, it wouldn't have left me short, but it would have, you know. I am thirsty now, so now I've got all this. Well, I'm full. I've got about 4 litres on me. More than enough. But yeah, when you meet people out here, especially in America, I can't speak for everywhere, but man, they give you anything. Usually just offer you a shout across. Hey man, what are you doing? You hiking? You hungry? I'm like, oh, I'm all right, thank you. Look, camping down there. Look. You see, tents and cars. I don't want to be near people because it is Friday and you might get some, you know, party animals, but we'll see. I feel a lot better now though when I've got this water in me. Catch you in a bit. Well, here's my pitch for the night. It's one that's been used before. I've worked it myself for now anyway. Yeah, I've enjoyed today. I've had about, I don't know, 14 mile maybe. I've not sat and worked it out, it's not that important. I didn't start well about 1 o'clock. So I'm going to have a lie down, soak me noodles and get something to eat, and I'm going to bed because I'm ready for it. See you in the morning. There's a nice early morning view. The sun's just got up. I'm taking this shot because over there in the middle of the picture now, in the distance, I wanted to take this shot a couple of days, well, yesterday and the day before, but it's been really hazy. That there is the Bandelier Mountains, the Bandelier Wilderness. I crossed those, what, 2 years ago now on the Grande Enchantment Trail. That's the end of the Grande Enchantment Trail, is that mountain when you drop down from there. And Albuquerque is literally just to the right of there at the bottom. Right, I've got about 20 miles to go. I thought I'd got more than that, but I just had a quick workout to get me to Queva, where I'm going to resupply. I'm not going to stop there tonight. I'll go a bit more into detail later on. There's a reason why. But anyway, good morning. There's a better shot of the Sanders. But it brings back memories, that. I've got some great memories of that place. Right, keep going. It's been nearly all uphill this bloody morning. Maybe got 1.5 miles in, but this lot looks, if you look right down there, look, it's downhill now. Not too far from that water. Alright, that's my first view of the day of my way forward. If you can just make out that little single track down there, I've got to pick that up, then I turn left, which is roughly west. And you see that hill in the distance, I just forget the name of that, but basically I'm going, my finger in the way, I'm going to pick that track up, hang on, let me get, right, take that fault, and I'm going to follow it round there, and then round the back of there, and I'm in the right mess of that. But basically Queva is on the left hand side of that hill, about, I don't know, 15 miles away, something like that. Let's go. That is interesting reading. If you want to have a closer look, by all means pause it and read it. That is, yeah, 1.2 million years ago, a cataclysmic volcanic eruption caused this land to collapse, causing a 14-mile wide caldera. Wow. Time for a break, I think. Some nice shade there. It's a beautiful old thing, isn't it? Well, that has really cheered me up. This was my next water source. As you saw yesterday, the one that I went to, which was a 2 on the water chart, was pretty much bone dry, just a pile of mud. But this one, look at this. This is a 2 at this position. Now I follow this little creek for a good few miles, and it gets to be a 3 rated further down, so it gets even better. That's really picked me up. I don't really need any water, but it's picked me up that it's actually running, which is good for the future. I've got about 14 miles to go to get to Queva, which is my next trail stop. I won't give you all the details, you don't need to know all that, but I won't be staying there the night. There is some cabins there, but it's Saturday, So they're going to be busy, and even if there is a vacancy, it's going to be expensive, and I've got a plan formulating. Well, if you saw that, I'll stop here because I don't want to go into the sun. That cabin back there, that was cool as anything. But it is, I think it's an old movie set, because on my map it says movie set cabin. But I will go as soon as I get a sit down. I'm going to Google it, see what movie they were from, and if it is a movie set. But while I was sat there, I could hear this really weird, like dinging sound, and I thought, like a electronic ding, like ping. I thought, what the bloody hell is that? I thought it was something in my rucksack going off. I thought, what the hell have I done here? Anyway, a couple of minutes later, a girl walked round the corner. She was a good 30-40 yards away, and following the trail that I was on. Anyway, as she walked past, I thought, it's coming from her. And then I saw something hanging off a pack. I thought, oh, it must be one of those bear things. Because I believe you can buy bells for bear deterrent. I mean, why you want to ring a bell to tell a bear where you were? It's like ringing the dinner bell, isn't it? But apparently it's a thing. I don't think it'd work on a grizz, maybe black bears, but anyway. So I've just started back on trail and I've caught her up. And I just said to her, excuse me for interrupting her, I said, is that one of those bear deterrents? She goes, well, I suppose you could use it for a bear deterrent. She says, but there's not very many bears down, it's mainly mountain lions. Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought, oh, that's all right then. It's, no bears, but we just got back. She goes, yeah, I keep it just to keep mountain lions away. So yeah, I've not seen a mountain lion yet. I don't expect to see one because they're really secretive. I know for damn sure that they've seen me because they're very, very prevalent in New Mexico and Arizona. They will have seen me, but just watch me walk past or whatever. Same as bears do. I will have passed. I've seen two bears. That was on the Mogollon Rim Trail last year. But two bears, I've seen two bears have seen me, but there'll be more bears seeing me than I've seen them, because when they hear you, they go. So yeah, it's gorgeous down here. I'm really enjoying this. This is my, this is going forward, look. Absolutely lovely. And it's only about 20 past 8, so the sun's not too bad just yet. Right. Right, time for a bit of a short break. I've been following this little creek, as you've seen, for about, I don't know, 3 mile, maybe 2-3 mile. Absolutely lovely. The trail got a bit indistinct in places, it wasn't easy to follow. Crossed the little stream a ton of times. My feet are wet through, but I don't have a problem with that. They're nice and cool at the minute. I'm nearly back at the road that I crossed earlier, which I follow for about half a mile, then I cut back in again. Hopefully it's going to be the same as this. I'm just going to be following the little creek, definitely for a couple of miles. I'm around 13 mile from Queva, where I've already mentioned I need to resupply. I just hope the damn shop, it's Saturday, it should be open on a Saturday, it's really busy. I've been passing some rock climbers down there climbing these big crags, so I'm guessing Queva is going to be open. So that's as much as I can tell you at the minute. I'm really enjoying this. It's really pleasant, really, and it's been in the shade as well. It's getting warm now. There's not a cloud in the sky. So once I'm out of this little valley, yeah, I'm going to burn. Well, not burn, but I'm going to get hot. So I get plenty of water in me. This is where the trail picks back up after that short little road walk. Last conscious trailhead. There's loads of cars there, so I'm expecting to bump into a few people along here. There's a young family over there, look. Ooh, oh heck, that is one rickety old thing. Me and that bridge have got something in common. Well, I've just climbed up and out of that little canyon. I was blowing. It was steep. It's in these beautiful, I've mentioned before a ton of times, I love pine forests. The shade, the cover, the smell, I'm loving it. This little stretch from this morning, from hitting that Valles Caldera, was it? From Valles Caldera to here, and hopefully this will continue all the way into La Cueva. It's been fantastic. I've absolutely loved it. I just feel so chilled and relaxed. I mean, listen. A few bird songs and a little bit of wind. I love this little place. This is the east fork of the Hemes River, I think. Again. Water's absolutely gorgeous, look, it's as clear as anything. I've just took 700 ml. I've just had about 15-minute break. There's my water. I've not bothered siphoning it, filtering it. It tastes gorgeous, nice and cool. I've got a bit of a climb now up there, and then I've got about 5 miles to get me into La Cueva. I think it's around 1 o'clock. I just want to get there. I've no idea. I haven't had a signal for ages, and I don't want to miss the. Like I say, it's Saturday. I don't want to miss the store opening hours. You'd think they'd be open quite a while on a weekend with the amount of people that are going through, but who knows. Most shops seem to see about 5 o'clock, but I'll be there easy before 5. But I would like to charge my stuff up. Ask the lady in there if she minds me charging my phone and my camera up while I'm buying resupplies. Because I'm resupplying there. I'm not stopping it, like I said earlier, I'm not stopping overnight. Unless there's a really ridiculous deal on. Right, catch up there. Well, this is La Cueva, and this is where I'm going to end this video. I'm going to go get some supplies, and I'm going to chill out on that bench there for a good couple of hours, because I'm absolutely knackered and it's red hot. See you in a bit.